Hi and welcome to episode 11 of the Littlebee Knitting, Spinning and Crochet podcast. Hopefully this episode is going to be a lot longer than the last one, which was 11 minutes and 44 seconds long because my camcorder decided to trick me. It said I had over an hour's worth of recording time, and before I knew it, 10 minutes in, it started going crazy and alerted me to the fact it was just going to die a lot earlier. So, welcome, this is going to be a longer episode. Got a lot to get caught up on, but at the same point, I don't, if that makes sense. So we're going to jump straight in. I'm going to do like a wee kind of brief catch up on what's been going on in my life. For the last week at least, I have been absolutely floored by a gastritis / viral infection thing. So I've been doing nothing but trying to get better. Not successfully, I might add, but we're getting there. Well, I think we're getting there. I'm getting there. So if I look a bit bleh, that's because I've just been horrifically ill the whole of the last week. Before that, I've just been really busy with work and seeing my other half at the weekends. Knitting, sewing, a wee bit of crochet thrown in. Basically just my usual. 2 seconds. Socks. Come here, big guy. My cat's come to say hi. Come here. Oh, come here. Come say hi. This is Socks. Again. Come here. Sit a wee bit proper. Let's get him nice and in frame. There we go. This wee guy's got a bit of an eye infection. He's been to the vet. And he doesn't like me at the moment because I had to give him eye drops. So we'll pop you down. There you go. So, work's been busy. I have been in and out of work last week. Probably shouldn't have been, but I thought I was better after the first day and a bit, and then went back and then just got iller and went to an out of hours doctor who was the one that said that I had gastritis. And then I thought I can't have 2 sickness periods in 1 week, so I just went back to work, which was a bad idea, very bad idea. And hi. I've just been busy knitting, busy crocheting, very busy sewing actually. I'm really enjoying sewing, but no, I'm not making project bags, which is what everyone seems to be making at the moment, but I do have a design for a bag I'm trying to get onto paper and work on, and so far I've just been too exhausted to do it, I think it's the best word. So there is a wee bit of good news amongst this illness. As any regular viewer knows, my best friend was pregnant, and yes, emphasis on was. Baby Lucy has now been born. She was born on Thursday morning. She came in at £7.5, which, considering she only got to 37 weeks, is pretty big. To me, anyway. So baby Lucy is born. I've not seen her yet because obviously I've just been so ill and I really don't want to run the chance of passing it on to her. So I'm holding back. My self-restraint to hold back and not go visit is wearing thin, but I really don't want to pass this on to the baby, or the mum. So I'll hopefully be going up to visit as soon as I possibly can. This big guy is such a sook, he just wants attention. So yeah, Kirsty had baby Lucy, I've been sick, work's been crazy. Now on to all the other stuff, and I've just realised I haven't said anything about the podcast or where you can find me. So my name is Kirsty, this is Socks, this is the Littlebee Podcast. There's the Littlebee Ravelry group on Ravelry, obviously. So that's the Littlebee, I think it's just Littlebee Podcast. I'm so bad at remembering these things. You can also find me on Instagram as little-b. No, you can't. That's not right. What am I on Instagram? On Instagram, I'm Littlebee Kirsty. On Ravelry, I'm Little-B. So feel free to jump on there. I've not been active on Ravelry or Instagram much the last week just because I have been so ill. And you can find me on YouTube as Littlebee Kirsty. No, you can't. That's a lie. My head is so not in podcasting mode. So you can... Oh no, you can find me as Littlebee Kirsty on Ravelry. But also just look for the Littlebee Podcast. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. Soxy's just curled down in my lap. And there go the claws. Ow. Bad point to the cats. Claws are sore. Claws are very sharp. He's a big sook and I feel bad because I had to give him eye drops. And then he's got to get antibiotics later. So I'll just take the punishment. This is payback. Ow. Socks. That hurts. So yeah. We're gonna start with knitting. So I know I showed off, what did I show off last week? Showed off a sock. So I just want to prove that these are 2 socks. These are my only whip. No. I'm so sorry guys, my head is like in cloud 9 right now. That's my only finished object, and I did finish them a while ago, so technically they don't count. But I just wanted to show there's definitely 2 socks there. Those are the Hermione Everyday socks that I made for my sister. And as you can see, she's still not got them yet, but I don't really get to see her that often. And they were made with Knit Global yarn, which is nice enough to work with. I've worked with softer yarn before, but the meterage you get is quite good. The colours are very nice. Almost self-striping. As you can see, there's wee bits of gaps every now and again, but it's quite nice. I would use the yarn again. There's definitely, I don't have anything against that yarn. It does split just a wee bit, but I think when I was using them on my Haya 9-inch needles, it seemed very splitty. But when I went on to Magic Loop, it was just fine. So maybe it's just the needles, because the Hayas are very sharp compared to my Knit Pros, so it could just be the needle tip that was doing it. So those are my only 4, and they still have their ends, so they're not fully finished yet, but I'm still happy I got them done. So that was originally for the inside number 23 knit along for Harry Potter, but I didn't get it finished on time. I'm not so good with deadlines when it comes to knitting. So I'm going to go on to, what will we go on to next? So last time I podcasted, I did ask if anyone would like to test knit for me. So can I get my leg back? Thanks. I did ask if anyone wanted to be a test knitter, and I'm still working on the design. So I'm not going to be contacting anyone just yet, but for those who have contacted me, thank you so much. Your name has been taken a note of for when I need you, which will hopefully be soon. But given the fact I have just been so drained from being sick and so much work and time with the boyfriend, it's just, knitting has not got as much time. Sorry, I thought that was thunder. It's just my neighbour taking the bin out. So this has not had the love and attention that it requires, so the design is still being worked on, it's still being calculated, and I've only got this much. And so far it is this wide. So as I've discussed, it is similarly based on the design of, the shape of the Nurmalinto. I really love that shape. The classic triangular shawls are lovely, but this, I just love the fact you can just properly drape it around. I've never been one of those people that have worn a shawl over the shoulders, it's always around the neck. So I love the fact with the design of the Nurmalinto, you can really wrap it around your neck. So this is what I've based my design on. I'm not going to show you too much of it because obviously it is a work in progress. The design is a work in progress as well, it's my own design. I have a whole bunch of design books. I take inspiration from works I have done previously. If there's a certain stitch that I really like, I've also been scouring over my design books trying to get the right pattern. and so far I'm happy with what I've got. I ripped out about 20 rows a few weeks back because I just wasn't happy. Excuse me a second, close up of my face, trying to get comfy. I should have done this before it started. So I ripped about 20 rows out of what I originally had and then added on a whole bunch to the pattern, and I'm much happier with how it's looking now. And it's just literally going to be one stitch pattern followed by another stitch pattern and back and forth. So it's two different stitch patterns, one of them is just garter stitch. I think that's the right one. You know, I always get confused with those, with the stitches. So it's one main pattern and then just knit, 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 knit. That's all it is. So that should hopefully be finished soon enough, but I have one other project that is proving to be more urgent. So I'll get on to that. So I'll show you the second one I've been working on for quite a while now. And it is literally just a wee side project. So I decided to try 2 at a time socks, and they're going really well so far. Very happy with them. Given the fact it is my first try at 2 at a time, very pleased with how they're coming out. I really enjoy 2 at a time now. There's no risk that I am going to get second sock syndrome, which we all know is a real thing. It's a real issue that knitters have. What have I just dropped? So yeah, 2 at a time is definitely my new thing for socks. I'm still working with the fish lips kiss heel. I do like the reinforced heel flap that you get, just because I think they help your socks last longer at the heel. I've never darned a sock, I don't know how to, and I reckon it would just... I don't like the look of it, but I like the feel of it and knowing that I have that extra yarn to kind of help. But I much prefer the look of the fish lips kiss heel compared to your normal heel flap. So that's what I guess I'm trying to say there. I don't know whether to show this off because I only just told my other half that I do the podcast, and he was a wee bit surprised, to say the least. He didn't quite understand, and I don't think he still does. So I've decided to make something for my other half. Why is it whenever I podcast my neighbours feel the need to stare at me? So yeah, I've decided to make a gift for my other half, who is also quite geeky like me, loves the sci-fi like me. And I did tell him about the podcast, and I don't know if he's tried to find it, and if he has, Scott, you better not watch the next couple of minutes, I swear. So he's quite a big Doctor Who fan. Not as big as he is like superheroes, but I thought, what the hey, I'll make him a TARDIS. So I have to make 4 sides like this, then a top and a bottom, and then the wee light that goes around the top. And so far I'm very pleased with how this turned out. It is done in tarja, but there are parts where I've just done it stranded. So like up here where it says police box, I've not done in tarja. There's no way I'm going to have that many bits of wool. So for the majority of this I had 9 wee butterfly balls of yarn. So I had one here, one for this blue strand, this then jumped over to this tiny wee bit, another one for here, another one for these 2 bits of blue, another one here, one for these 2 bits, and then one for this. So I had 9 bits of wool going at one point. You can imagine how frustrating that can get, trying to make sure that you're using the right strand. So at the moment I'm very happy with how this is turning out. I'm on to the second side, and I'm up to about there on the second bit. And I'm away to Scott's tonight, and I won't be home until tomorrow evening, so I can't work on it, obviously, in front of him. and which is very annoying because his birthday's next Saturday and I need to get it finished. I can't give it to him late. I don't want to. I want him to be able to show it off to his friends at the barbecue. And I'm just very thankful I've got Tuesday and Wednesday off work because I can just blitz through it and hopefully make a big dent in it, because I'm actually really proud of that project and I can't wait to see how it's finished. So what happens is you make the 4 sides and then you stitch them all together, stuff it, put the lid on, and then sew that one. But what I'm thinking is to keep it just a wee bit sturdier, so it's not just a big squishy, is put cardboard flush on each side, then stuff it. Just so it keeps its shape and he can put it on his unit and it can sit with all his other kind of ornaments and stuff. I just hope he likes it. I don't think he's ever been given a handmade gift before. I'm like the first girlfriend he's had that does crafts and he doesn't quite understand it. It's cute, but it's also kind of annoying. So I'm just hoping I get it finished. Hoping above hope I'm going to get this finished. What am I saying? I will get this finished. Of course I will. I'm determined. So those are my only works at the moment. I'm trying not to cast on anything else because I wasn't really going to cast on the TARDIS, but then I was just like, no, I'm going to make him something for his birthday. I'm buying him something as well, but I love being able to give people handmade gifts, so normally I buy them something and make them something. I do have one finished object, but I'm wearing it. I made a skirt. So I'll try and insert a picture about here. Sorry, I'm doing something so that I can see when I'm editing the video to put something in. So I've been taking a class at the Stitchery in Glasgow. It's a 10-week course and I think I'm 8 weeks in. Although I missed Thursday's class there, which is really annoying because I think they were doing zips and I really need to learn how to do a zip properly. So I had about seven weeks and I made a toile, which is a practice garment, and it was in calico, so it was just plain. So you never really have a right side and a wrong side to the fabric, you just have fabric. So the toile worked out okay. There was a few hiccups in the sewing process and I got a wee bit frustrated and angry and I worried my teacher because I got so angry, but I had a really bad week in work. Sorry, I just noticed my hand is shaking. I think I need a wee bit of sugar. So, the sewing class was going really well, and then I had one really bad day where I just realised I'd done like 3 or 4 steps completely wrong. And then I think I absolutely blitzed it in a weekend, and I was just like, I am determined to fix this. So I blitzed it either at the weekend or Monday and Tuesday after work, and walked in like a Cheshire cat on the Thursday for the class, and she was just like, why are you so happy? I'm really worried about you. And I was just like, no, like it's a good happy. And turned out she'd been really worried about how I had reacted the week before because I was so frustrated. I was taking it out on just myself. I wasn't taking it out on anyone else. And then I just kind of pulled out this finished toile, and she's like, oh my god. So while I was off at the weekend there, I just blitzed the skirt and I got it finished. So I've been wearing it out today. I'm very happy with it. I did buy fabric to make another one, so I'll be working on that in the next couple of days. And I think sewing is now definitely one of my things. I bought some new patterns today. So I bought this one. Let's see if I can get zoomed in. So that one there. I really like the fact it's got pockets. Anything I now sew will probably have pockets on it because they are so handy. I bought this one as well. Let's see. Yeah, both of them in food. Quite like the red one. Like, I like the length, but I really love the style of this one as well. The fact it's like not your standard skirt. And then I thought what the hell, let's try and push my skills. So I got one that's a tunic, a longish dress and a shorter dress. And also please note the pockets. So I'll probably make the skirts first. I even got the elastic for one of them. And I'll probably have the right meterage in fabric for both skirts, whereas I might not have the meterage for the dress, which can always be fixed. And I learned a new skill when it comes to reading how these work, because all of these are in yards, and we don't really work with yards in Scotland, we work more with meters. So when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing 1.5 yards, for example. I don't know that is in meters. And then apparently you now just kind of look across and it says it, and it's like, where am I looking? So it's like 1.4 meters, so I would just buy 2 meters of fabric, which is not too bad. So I also bought 3 new fabrics today. Not particularly for those patterns, but I bought 3 new fabrics, and I'm just going to show one of them off just now. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. So who knows what that's going to become. So at the moment my main focus is my knitting. I don't have any crochet, sadly, I know. Don't have any spinning, sad, I know. My spinning wheel is sitting out, so I have no excuse not to use it. But it's just that the TARDIS is taking up so much of my time, and I never thought I would say that in my life. A TARDIS is taking up my time. Janet, I've got no show notes. I am totally winging it today. Scott, my boyfriend, decided to say that he was going to be finished what he was doing today 5 hours earlier than I was planning, and he was expecting me up, and I'm like, I've got a lot to do today. I still have a lot to do today. It's 3 o'clock, it's Saturday, and town is just so busy. The Disney cruise ships came into a report, and it's the first time it's ever came in, and people are going crazy, absolutely crazy. The roads are ridiculous. Parking on my street is ridiculous because I'm right by the water, so everyone's flocked to my street and started parking, and I'm like, I'm a resident, let me park. So I'm not rushing to get everything done, but I'm trying to get everything done and then head up to Scott's. So on my Ravelry page I decided to do a flash giveaway for a skein of yarn. Ash won the skein, original knitter, won that skein of yarn, and I've been really bad not posted it yet. I'm not going to show it off. I was going to show it off there in case you noticed in the corner. I'm not going to show it off because I'd rather she seen it first, but I've been really bad with posting, so the first mini skeins giveaway I've still not posted yet. Sorry Jen, really sorry about that, but I've just been so busy. I've not had the chance to get to the post office, but because of that I've been collecting more little bits to put in my packages, so you're going to get more than you would have if I'd posted it like a month ago. Sorry. I'm going to do the next minis giveaway on the next podcast because I have no energy to do it this week. I don't have energy to do anything this week actually. I'm so run down because I've been so ill. And this is how ill I've been. I've been so ill that I lost 4 pounds in 5 days. So between Monday and Friday I lost 4 pounds because I've just been so ill. Which is not good. I told someone I'd lost that much weight and they're like, oh that's great, and I'm like, no, you're not meant to lose that much weight that quickly. So my blood sugar levels have dipped, my energy levels have completely dipped. I look a bit red at the moment, but that's just my acne. But like I went to the doctor and like, wow, you're pale. I was like, yep, pretty pale. So this is very haphazard and all over the place. I'm so sorry. So the next mini skeins giveaway will be next podcast. I cannot guarantee that will be in 2 weeks. It may be 3 weeks time. definitely will not be next week because it's the boyfriend's birthday. I will not be having another flash giveaway for a while. That was just purely a one-off for now, because postage adds up pretty quickly. So you can imagine if I'm posting things every other week, it's going to get quite costly for me, and I'm trying to save up. So I will try my best, but random giveaways might not be as often as the mini skeins giveaway, and I think that's only fair. But I'm not going to get into that little rant because everything's coming out of my pocket. I'm not being sent anything, no one's giving me any prizes, no one's giving me anything to give away. This is purely all coming out of my own pocket, my own stash, so I think it's only fair that I can do it when I've got money to send things. But moving on from that and slightly related, I don't know if some of you know about him, but you totally shouldn't jump over. David from Littlebee Podcasts. He is from Fife, Dundee, Fife. Sorry, David, I may have that very, very wrong. I think it's Dundee. David and I have teamed up and we're going to do a cowl. Now this cowl is knitted or crochet, doesn't matter which one. It's on the subject of sci-fi. So it could be Star Wars, it could be Star Trek, it could be Doctor Who, any Star Wars thing. No, sorry, you don't need to be like me and make something Star Wars. Any sci-fi related item you want to make, whether that is a plushie, whether it's a scarf, a hat, fingerless mitts, proper like gloves, a top if you wanted to, a cardigan, it's up to you, whatever you make, as long as it's sci-fi related. We are going to start the cowl on the 1st of July and it closes midnight the 30th of September. I hope I have that right. Let me bring up a calendar. The joy of actually having my laptop on at the same time as podcasting. June, nope, 1st of July, over to August. Yeah, so it starts on, was it the 1st of Friday? Yeah, so it starts Friday the 1st of July. We're going to run it all the way through and close it at midnight, 30th of September, which is also a Friday. So you're going to have 5, no, why am I saying 5? You're going to have 3 full months to make whatever you want. You have creative, what's the word I'm looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? You have the choice to literally make whatever you want. There's no restrictions as long as it is sci-fi related. We're going to do it that David is being sent some really gorgeous items, which once I know more about what they're going to be, we'll be able to announce what prizes there are. But I'm going to donate some stitch markers and progress keepers. By that point I should have my project bag design down and made, so I'm going to donate a project bag or 2 for the prizes, and there's probably going to be some other things. So David will be talking about this on his podcast as well, which is Littlebee Podcasts. You can find him on Ravelry as well, Ravelry and Instagram actually. So if you've not already watched this podcast, please jump on and go say hi to him. I've been watching him for a few weeks now and he's totally inspired me again to get back into my dyeing for my skeins I've been holding since Edinburgh Yarn Festival. So once I get a wee bit of time, I may actually finally get around to dyeing these yarns. So jump on and watch David on his podcast. I'll be opening up a thread on my Ravelry. He'll probably be opening up one on his Ravelry. Now the way I think it'd be best to work is if you enter on his and mine so we can both see the entries, and 1 entry per item, so you can make 5 items and have 5 entries, and we're going to work out all the finer details closer to the time and we'll announce everything on another podcast. So 1st of July, until the 30th of September, anything sci-fi related, and it's a knit along or a crochet along, so there's no restrictions there at all. If you wanted to sew along, do a sew along. It's really up to you, as long as it's sci-fi related. So I'm not going to do any stash enhancement. I'm not really prepared as much as I could have, given the fact that I had a wee bit of time in the morning. I'm not really been watching podcasts. I've only been watching my few regulars. I say my few regulars, I mean the few that I really like. So for example, who have I been watching? So I have obviously been watching This Boy Podcast, which is David, and I've been watching Eva Christie as well, who is also Scottish. Sorry, I'm going through my list. I have a few podcasters lined up, but I think I've just been so busy that I've not really been watching them. But I have obviously got the ones, everyone's got the ones they must watch whenever they come out. So that's normally for me Eva Christie, David of This Boy, and Charlotte. But Charlotte's not put anything out in a while. Get that fixed. But I've just been so busy. And so also like Sword of a Knitter, Josh of Sword of a Knitter. Sorry, I'm just looking at my list. Yeah, that's all I've really been watching. I've not been watching many podcasts. I've not really been watching anything. I've just been coming home, chilling out, and like just knitting. I'm trying to get out the habit of sitting cross-legged. My chiropractor is giving me in so much trouble. I got such a bad back, like my lower back, and I went to a chiropractor through work, and he's just like, yeah, you need to stop sitting cross-legged. So for 27 years now I've been sitting cross-legged, and it's finally caught up on me. What can I say? So I think that's everything. Sorry it's been a bit all over the place. Sorry it's not got any structure to this podcast whatsoever. Sorry, my cat jumped on my bed. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about. So I've talked about the cow, and I've talked about what I've been knitting, talked about my sewing, talked about my lack of post office visiting. Sorry guys, you will get your parcel soon, I promise. Yeah, I think that's everything. How did I used to talk for over an hour? I don't know. I hope you're all having a fabulous week. Happy, healthy people, hopefully. Hopefully none of you have got the wee bug that I've got, because it's horrific. Happy knitting. Come find me on Ravelry and Instagram. Come say hi. And that's it. I will see you guys on my next podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Come say hi on any of the previous things that I've mentioned, Ravelry, Instagram, even in the comments below. So have a fabulous week, and I will see you soon. Bye.